and I don't talk to a person, I'm mad. So I
And we
don't,
don't want to watch videos. We
we
hate
hate
videos.
videos.
We got to keep this personal. So maybe it's, if it was a platform, a training platform, or a text message and onboarding, people love our energy and they love our energy together. So if it's literally 2-minute videos of me and Susan Frank, I feel like they need me and Susan Frank in their pocket. So whatever the feel and the whatever, if we celebrate having Susan Cameron and Susan Frank in their pocket, we're their resource, we're their coach, we're their blah blah, we're their inspiration, we're their belief, we're keeping them focused, and we create from there, because that's really what we want. And even kind of like getting people on more products, right? We're missing the mark. Like, we have Tahisha Noni, the guy that runs the company, was #1 in the world, and I told him, I said, I hardly have anybody on Tahisha Noni, and me and Susan Frank are the top in the world, and we don't have people on Tahisha Noni hardly. And we definitely don't have our team getting people on Tahisha Noni.
So
So
listen to you. Listen, are you hearing her strategic, Susan? This is strategic in action. You're seeing her. What she's doing is she's flying up here. She knows what the problem is. She's
yeah,
flying up at 100,000 feet and she's talking about different paths. Do you see? She sees people strong and strategic can see peripherally, they can see in front of them, and they can see behind. So that's the beauty of strategic, and it cannot be taught. This is not a talent that you can get from, it's intuitive. So she's futuristic and strategically mapping out a pathway to get you through this phase 2. So between the two of you, Susan Cameron is going to be the one bringing the strategy for this. And
and I
it
think
has to
once I
be clear enough. Well, it has to be clear enough, and it has to be in alignment with Susan Frank's belief.
And that's it. And I think once we kind of get up there and I say, okay, this is what I foresee, kind of like we foresee there being a portion of our business, 20%, that's the elite builder group. That's what else I see. Okay, we need to bring in men who bring in the women, who we coach them at a very elite group. And maybe that coachable thing, like Susan Frank and Susan Cameron in your pocket, we have the 20% that we coach elite. And it's kind of more like mind, body, spirit. It's like we give them everything, because we have energy healers and we have fitness people and naturopathic doctors. I see that vision. And if we can some way map it out, and then Susan Frank can use her focus and her ability to achieve what she's focusing on, I think that's how we can some way integrate it together. I mean, that's my 2 cents. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I just put a comment in the thing. What you're describing when you talk about elite, you're talking, that's your significance talking. And you're looking for other people who are strong in that significance talent, or who have it in their top 10, like Shannon McCullough. She has significance in her top 10. So she's coming to you for significance, and she would want to be in that elite group. You see what I
Got it.
mean? So people high in significance, which is exactly who you are, both of you, they are going to want to be hanging with the significance.
And
So
20%, right? 20% of your business is going to do 80% of your income. So
mhm.
we need to capitalize on fostering those. Like Susan and I have talked about just kind of a little bit, like, these people that do these mastermind programs and they charge $5,000, come and work with us. I think we really have the ability to pull those people in,
Mhm.
for our team, maybe at one point in our life, create something like that. All right, we came in networking, we're powerhouses, we're blah blah blah, but then you have that energy of bringing in those significant people that
Mhm.
really want to freaking rise and be leaders in our organization. Instead of, we're so much this onesie twosie, like the stay-at-home mom, and this accountant that's kind of messing with it, and blah 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 blah. But I don't know, I think it feels like we would be great, because people that are high performers like that, sometimes what they're missing is that belief and maximizing their efforts, which Susan Frank's incredible at.
Right. And you know what? Your arranger coming up at number 10, it has the ability to create efficiency around that whole plan. So my encouragement, you've mentioned this path, you're strategic, has mentioned this path and that path and this path and that path. Pick one, map it completely out, and then present it to Susan Frank so that her belief can and her futuristic can see the possibilities.
So do I go to her with 5 options and say, hey,
No, do
this is
one at
the
a time.
no, but listen, the 5,
Okay.
and let her have a say so. What does your gut say out of these 5 is our next action step? Because
Yeah,
she
that's
does have,
fine.
and then say, okay, now I'm going to focus it down instead of me
Yes.
just hyper focus. Like her have a say so in that.
Yes, and the reason is because right now your strategic sees too many paths,
Mm-hmm.
but strategic does have the intuition to know which one is the first one.
Okay.
So you do want to give input into, I think this is the first one we go for, because you see, and you also see the ease, and you see you can arrange the steps, right? This is where your strategic has to come down to meet your arranger, because your arranger is an executing talent, but your strategic is 100,000 feet up, right? And so this is some of the issue here, is getting it from your brain down on paper for other people, because
Okay,
it's so intuitive for you, but it ain't intuitive for me. And
okay.
let's talk about Susan Shannon McCullough again. She had
Yeah, exactly.
strategic number 34. She ain't going anywhere
So what,
unless she sees a specific
step
plan.
by step, and
And
that makes,
something
yeah.
I think we could do really easy on product and upselling is every Saturday, just like those ladies on the IPA today that have been with Lemu forever, and they're like, there's 10,000 sites in PubMed. Like, this has helped sunburn, this has helped gut health, this got me off this and this, and it was amazing today. I learned a lot about Lemu, so we could get people that have been with the other products, including John, like, hey, you love
Great
Donnie,
point.
come to our training on Saturday. That's something easy we could incorporate.
All
That we
right.
already have a training. We could just do a blurb of, hey, can you talk 15 minutes on product? And that way we can upsell everybody.
I love that. And save
You
that,
hear
like,
you hear Susan Frank, she's sticking with her system, and because of the belief, right? You recognize that you already have the pieces in place for this, and that keeps you safely within the system that
and you
you
know
really
what we
want to
can do,
stay
and
in.
what we can do, because I have competition, we create like a little bit of competition with people. Okay, we're training on Limu. We want to see everybody on Team Unstoppable. If you sold a bottle of Limu, or you got a customer and you upselled, or now you have a subscription, how many bottles or whatever did you sell of Limu this week? That would be something fun. All right, give everybody an action step besides, hey, let's do that. And let
Perfect.
me ask you this, like, yeah, and that's the thing with the focus, kind of, that Susan has that more, that's why with me, because I do see, like, I guess, like, the strategic, when I get feedback, like, okay, nobody's commenting on my post, I'm not selling any boxes, I'm not blah, 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 blah. Like, I have to have more than just follow the system for people. Because what I'm hearing
Okay, but
is,
see, this is where the power of this assessment comes from, because now you're going to be able to look at their talents. Okay, so let me give you an example. Kimberly.
yeah, which is similar to you. So, yeah, coach
She's
us on
like
her.
me. She's very much like me, talented. She has 3 talents that can stop her in her tracks. Number
Okay.
1 is woo, which stands for winning others over. That's my number 2. We are people collectors. And if there's anything that can risk the relationship of one of the people that we have collected, we get scared. And it's almost like we may not even know that's what it is. You understand? But it's like we're not going to move forward with that person. She also has a talent called harmony and another one called empathy. So she physically somebody else's energy comes into her body, right? And that can make a stop for her. She may call
Yeah,
somebody who
I
happens
did.
to be in a bad mood at the moment, and oh my gosh, she's never calling them again.
And she's got a kid with like severe behavioral stuff like neuroinflammation, and I did an energy session. She kept wanting me to work on him, and I was like, I've got to pull the energy out of your body that you've absorbed from him. Like, you're absorbing everything from this
She
child.
has,
It's making
that's
me
empathy.
crazy.
Oh my gosh, that
Okay,
is
that
her
So,
was
so
empathy.
that's so interesting that you said that if somebody says no, like they're done, because we use a texting thread, send hype. And one of my upcoming leaders said, "Oh, somebody told me," and it says, If you want us to stop sending messages, oh, somebody told me to stop. I can't use that tool anymore." I'm like, "No, you keep using that tool." But how do you talk through somebody that has that? Oh, they don't want somebody not to like them, or
This becomes where the tool becomes the power, because you're going to say, I understand how your woo is afraid to lose somebody. That's
okay.
it. Kimberly will be afraid she's going to lose somebody. Here's the challenge I gave to her. She called me this past weekend, and I talked to her for about 20 minutes about it. She and I literally have 6 of our top 10 are the same. So we are
Wow, you
very much
found
alike.
your match.
But the difference is that I do not have harmony and empathy high. I don't have those high at all. So I don't physically feel, but I do understand letting people go and what it feels like to lose somebody. It is devastating. From a relationship standpoint, woos cannot lose a person. It is just as bad as when you lose a competition, Susan. You got to go lick your wounds, you got to go hide for a little bit, right? So woo feels the same way when they lose a person. Okay,
what
not
is
losing.
what does harmony really mean? Because I'm like super low in harmony. Empathy, I'm like 20 something.
Yeah, it's that way. I see it. It's way, way on
What does
down there.
harmony mean?
People high in harmony want a win-win, and they want they want harmony, and they bring harmony. Okay, so an example of somebody with harmony, they may have 2 kids that come screaming at them, Mommy, he did, she did, they did. Somebody with harmony will go, what happened? What happened? They want to hear both sides of the story, even though they know that little shit right there is the one that did it. They're still going to hear both sides,
Oh,
and then they're
okay.
going to find a way for them to make up and be harmonious. They bring harmony, but what they do is they run from disharmony. And so they don't use their gift as often as they
That
can.
makes sense. And that's going to be hard with Kimberly when she loses brand partners, because the statistic is, right, there's quite a few that fall off here. So she's probably really beating herself up about that. So we'll need to coach her around that. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah,
I
well, let me
think,
tell you what I coached her real
okay,
quick. I asked her about her chicken list.
okay.
She has not made one.
Why?
Well, that's a really good question. She says, I have it in my head. I said, okay, here's your job. This is my coaching. I want you to write your chicken list down, and I want you to think about how you feel about approaching these people. Where do you feel it in your body? Because it's going on in her body. It's the body that your subconscious mind comes forth and talks to you through your body. Does that make sense?
It absolutely does.
Okay, and so
So let
what's
me ask you
happening,
this.
it's about finding out where is it coming out in your body, and then helping her release that person, or release that anxiety, because the truth about woo is we don't want to lose
Okay.
anybody. And when we do, we are devastated. So we've got to learn how to
Okay. We'll,
collect
we'll look at that.
people. We have to learn how to collect people intentionally and not just randomly. This is what we do.
Oh,
We're like,
which with us, we're like a numbers. We're like, get them in, get them in, get them in. Okay, that all makes sense. That's helpful for that. Let me ask you this question.
mhm.
For me, and I see, like, I don't know if this has something to do with consistency. I see Susan's a little lower on consistency, and I'm very low on consistency. We're higher on focus, but not consistency. Where does lower on consistency show up for me and Susan?
um, Well, let me tell you what consistency is. It is, it's not just tied to consistency in doing jobs. It's people who want fairness above all things. They want fairness and they believe in creating policy.
Oh God, yeah, we don't care about that. Okay. That's why for us to put systems in is very hard for us because we
Right.
could see the street strategic. She could have the belief. We could know what needs to be done, but
And
to get us from
activators are gonna jump off the system track.
yeah, we
And
can't get
Todd
anything
can't handle us.
no, that's
I
why we
know,
do
but
good to plug in existing things.
your belief and your focus keep you there, Susan Frank, right? They keep your activator in check.
Yeah.
So Susan Cameron doesn't have that.
Mm-mm.
Which is why she's flying off the rails over here some days, right? And
I'm
you're
like,
like,
come back, girl, come
well,
back.
okay, so now you can start speaking the language and you say, hey, your activator needs to sit down a minute.
Yeah.
I'm writing that one down.
My husband uses that one on me. He said one time we were in a big argument, and I'm a runner. Activator makes me run in an argument. If I can't communicate what it is that
Oh,
I'm
me
wanting to
too.
say, or he's not listening to me when I want it with what I want to say, I can either shut down or I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna exit. My activator is gonna pick my little hiney up off the couch and off I go, right? I'm leaving the room. I just can't even deal with it. So one time we're in the middle of an argument. He says, sit down, Miss Activator. I am not finished.
Oh, I love it. That
So this is the
And this
language.
is my belief that I'm so right that I'm not going to stop talking until you believe what I believe.
That's what she says. So I'm going through a separation right now. And it's so funny that so many times she's like, well, I wouldn't tolerate that. Like, I would show up and I would do this. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to do all that at all. And she's like, well, why wouldn't he want, you and why? And I'm thinking, well, I don't know, but I'm just, it's so funny. And she's right. She's like, oh, I wouldn't give him that money. I would do, you know what I mean? Like, heck no,
Right.
I would stand my ground. And I'm thinking, oh, that's interesting because I'm not going to do all that.
Well, and her belief is stronger in this particular area than yours. And this is a black and white thing for her. Black
She's
and
like,
white.
marriage or no marriage, and I'm like, well, there's all this room, right? And so that's kind of funny that she does that. Let me ask you this.
Mhm.
So when I first came into the business, I was huge. Like, I reached out to everybody, I talked to everybody, I thought everybody needed this business. I still think that. But as I've built a team, like, my recruiting has slowed down quite a bit. So what's the way that I can maximize? I've got the chicken list, I've got 70 people on this list, bringing them from there to closing them. And then there's an aspect of me that is even. So I want to talk through with me, how do I utilize and like the chicken list, get them on calls and actually close them. And then I've got something pulling me away where the training aspect overwhelms me in ways. And I like having another level in between me and that person. So if they're my level one, like, I'm all their person. And I feel like sometimes, like, oh God, they need so much from me, because I'm strategic. I see so far down the road. I'm like, I don't know. I've just seen like a slowdown in my business right now around that, and I don't like it.
Okay.
That was a
So
lot at one time. So
what
go
do
ahead
you,
and
so
decode
are
that
you
one.
able, is your strategic able to see the way to put a percentage in? Like, in other words, you're not going to tackle the whole 70 chicken list today.
Okay.
Can you do 10% this week?
Okay.
Can you, like, I'm asking you, can your strategic see that? Because you're putting a block in there that's not true
Mm-hmm.
necessarily,
Oh
right?
yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
You feel it
Maybe
though,
maybe
right?
I put it to percent, and then I say to Susan Frank, these of who I've identified. So I need your help with like kind of focusing and believing that these 10 out of these 10 people, a percentage of them are going to close. We got to show the business to this amount of people, right? Hey, Susan, these are my 10 that I'm going after this week. I may need help with these appointments and kind of accountability. Because when we used to talk all the time, when I was so new, it would be like, hey, did you talk to that person? Hey, would that person's right? Because we were talking 18 times a day, every day.
I know how to motivate you.
Perfect. Yay.
Is give her a
Jazz hands.
competition, Susan. She needs a competition. So here's a competition for your leaders. They need to keep up with their recruiting and they're not because they get all locked up in managing their team.
Yep.
So what kind of competition can you put in, Susan Frank, that can rile them up and get them to maintain a recruiting goal and not just a management goal? Because here's why. They are
Does that freak
gifted.
some people out? Does that freak some people out that are really, really low on competition, or no?
I think all your leaders are high on competition.
Okay.
Like I really do. I've worked with network marketing long enough to know that the influencing talents are really heavy in your top leaders. So command, significance, woo even can be up there high. Um, Activator, achiever. That's an executing talent. Achiever is executing. It's a little more methodical than activator, which cares just about moving. We just want to move. And we feel we're accomplishing stuff if we move, right? So I'm just suggesting for your team for these elite, okay, these are the people high in competition, high in significance, and this is going to tell you whether they really are elite, right?
Oh
Give
yeah, can you send us a list of the leaders in network marketing, kind of the strengths that you see a lot that as we go through these 20 people this weekend, that we can kind of identify from their report. We'll send them all to you, but look at and you can probably pick them out, can't you? Hey, out of the group, these three right here have a lot more of the traits of a really big leader.
I can do that for you. Absolutely. I can just give you the talent themes of what I see showing up over and over and over again. But here's the thing. So hold on. I'm thinking, I'm trying to articulate my thoughts. People high in, like, do you consider people high in product sales leaders? Because there is that. There are people who don't want to manage a team. They just want to sell stuff. And that
If
gives
they're
them the
moving
thrill.
volume, I love them.
Okay, Karen McNutt is that. Well, she can manage a team too, but I do have a few of them that they are like product hustlers. Tanya Burton in New Mexico, she is a that girl can move more product than anybody I've ever seen. Can't
Yes.
convert for nothing.
So she could be, let me give you a story. I was the number one recruiter in a company that I worked for coaches. It was selling a coaching platform, and I ended up leaving coaching for 3 years so I could help establish this platform, which ended up failing, but that's another story. I could get anybody in the world interested in hearing. I could get them all on a call. I could get them here, but my woo has trouble closing. It really
You know,
does because of that
you know,
fear of losing somebody.
okay, so that makes sense why you're saying to Shannon, because I said I'm sending her drops. Have you talked to her about the business? Because I want her in my business. I want her in your business.
She's
She's
talked to
your
me about it.
family, so I'm not going to go trying to get her. I said, but I need to put some volume in because I need to order some boxes this week. And she's like, well, she said, she doesn't have time. And I'm thinking, and then Kevin told me you were doing her social media. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that for $300 when you could use that same time and I could show you how we could plug all kinds of your network in and build an empire?
Well, so I do have another business.
Yeah,
I have several. So
I felt that. I
yeah,
was like,
so
she's got a lot happening.
I know, I really do. Like I have a TikTok business
Oh, okay.
that I run and I sell wellness supplements. So
Oh, well, shit, we need to know more about that.
well, but see, I'm going to tell you why I love that is because my woo has no idea who's buying from me.
So you would do great with lead generation
Yes.
type bringing them in. So she
Yes,
could be,
I'm
oh,
a lead
okay.
generator, 100% a lead generator. But
Okay.
listen, the close is where I have trouble. So when I was with that company, I was their number one recruiter. Like I recruited 170 people, and the next one touching me recruited 35. Okay, to give you the disparity, right?
Okay.
But I don't close.
Well, you're with two of the best closers
I
in the
know, but I
world.
had a closer in that company, and I
You
would go,
did.
"Hey, listen, you know what your next step is? It's to talk to my guy over here, Rhett. You need to really talk to Rhett now." And they're like, "Okay, I'll talk to him." And I would like pass them over, and Rhett would close them and get them in
I love it.
because I'm not doing all that stuff. Like I feel the close, the like now I gotta follow up. Holy crap. You see, this is all going on inside of me, right?
Yeah, and that's where when they won't get them on a three-way call and stuff, maybe they're really scared that they can't close, and
So
that's what their block is.
Kimberly needs the three-way call. These are people
Okay,
who
so
must
she's
have the
already
three-way
scheduled.
call.
She's taken your coaching to heart because I think she's already booked me for 4 or 5 calls while she's in Virginia.
See, she has to have a closer. I promise
Okay,
you, if
I can
you
help her with
will
that.
keep
Close for
encouraging
her.
her, yes, keep
Okay.
encouraging her to do the three ways. The people who, there was another network marketing company that I worked with that it was one of the oil companies, and that they had heavy duty learner and input. These were people who loved to learn about the oils and all the different
And these
ways to
learners,
use them.
Susan, they want to learn everything. That's why with the products, they're going to want to learn, but they're not going to close them. That's why we
Right.
need to give them some kind of incentive. Okay, whoever sells 4 bottles of Limu this week or whatever. Now, going back to this for a second,
I
kind
would
of
even
like,
put a competition for those people. I would put if you can't call it a competition because they generally are not competitive, but I would give awards for the third party calls that they bring you.
okay, I like that. So,
Like, hey, whoever, we're having a competition on who brings the most third parties to my
okay,
table. Now,
okay.
that's not going to help you with your individual recruiting, though. So keep that in mind.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I mean, if they do that, and I'm thinking about me for Susan Frank, like if I've got my chicken list or whatever, maybe my competition is almost, it doesn't matter if they're a brand partner or you get them on drops, but then we kind of mark it down. Okay, I got this person on drops, and within 2 weeks, 1 week to 2 weeks, they're going to be in my business, right? For the month, that's the person, because sometimes it has to be both ways. Right.
Right.
I look at it as a loser, like, ah, crap, they're not coming in my business, but I didn't come straight into my business. So maybe it's that I force myself to go out and about with a skinny button drop and I say, hey, I'm going to get 3 new people on drops today.
Yes.
I go find me 3 people.
Yes, you see, you need to win though. So it's
I do.
not like Susan Frank, you have achiever at number 10. So all I have to tell you is you got to close 3 today, and your achiever is going to go, okay, 3, close 3. That's going to go on your list, your little achiever list. Okay, so Susan
Okay, so I
Cameron,
need to kick it back to her and say, okay, out of all this activity that we're doing, I
what are
need
you going to
three.
give me? What am I
I
going
need
to win?
I need 3 to come in. And so she'll get activated by, yay, let's close 3. This is my goal. We're going to
Yes, but
achieve
you've
this.
got to
Perfect.
win. You've got to have something. You've got to have a carrot.
Me, what would the carrot be?
Well, I don't know. What motivates you to win?
450, 450, 450.
Money. Is money the carrot?
Is it?
I'm asking.
Let's muscle test that. What's my carrot? Is it money? Is it rankings? Rankings. I want the title.
Hello, significance.
Okay.
Do you see how your significance steps in the room? You have to really, I want you guys to really start
Yeah,
learning
we
these
just
talents.
dropped. We're not liking it. We just dropped to number 2 and number 3 in the world instead of 1 and 2.
Oh, and doesn't that sting?
It stings, but there,
And
yeah,
and
it
here's
stings.
where the company needs to take this test to heart, because Okay, so we were number one and number two for 11 months, which is like a record in the company. They called me to be on the call when I dropped to number two to tell me how it felt.
How it felt to go down to number two?
Yeah. I'm like, what about the other 11 months that we were number one and number two? Did they call you?
No, I don't think so.
They just called me.
That's funny.
Dang. Yeah, and we're all like,
So
what?
so
What?
luckily I had a meeting. So I was like, "Sorry, I have a meeting." And they're like, "Of course you do." And I was like, "I'll watch the record." They said, "Oh, you'll do me a record?" I said, "No, I'm going to watch the recording." And I never did. I
Yeah,
had good intention, but I was like, "That's so rude."
that is
So,
kind of like, hey,
So
and
what
no,
personality's that? Because they're not catering to me on that one.
well, I don't know. I mean, I, they're, they maybe they're using shame, which is not really effective motivator, right? Like they're trying to shame you
what,
for going down to number
or
two.
did they think we had a magic wand to wave at where we saw the bottleneck or the hiccups or whatever that made us drop? I don't know. Like maybe if they, right, maybe they just did it in a weird way to say, like, instead of that, like, oh, or yeah, to check our humility, or who knows? Like, that's such an interesting thing. That's such an
I think they were trying to motivate you
I think, you think?
because, and it backfired, right? Because competition, you got to have, you really want to be that number one, right? Second place is loser, right?
Yes.
You feel that, okay? And so
And
the
it's funny
reason,
for me. I'm sorry to interrupt you. And it's funny for me because, like, when I optimized the fifth line, Ken Bailey kept saying, "You just moved to number one. You just moved to number one," and all of this. And it was so weird. Kevin, my husband, was like, "Oh my God, you suddenly feel like you have all this pressure. Like you almost felt like number two was just lackadaisical, and it's just kind of." He's like, "You're number two in the world, but when you felt like, oh God, I've got this pressure, you know what I mean?" And then I was like, yeah, and I also like feel that Susan Frank's 10 times better than me. So on paper to be number one, and it's rated, she's been there longer. So I'm rated different than her. And so it was this whole weird ass thing. I don't even know what was going on. So I was like, oh, because I feel like that, am I some way sabotaging myself for building quicker?
could
Does
be.
all this make sense?
Oh,
Why
yes,
was all that
absolutely.
happening?
We do all of that kind of stuff, you know?
What was
And
happening?
The
it can
funny
very
thing
well
is,
be that
like,
you're,
I always wanted my team number one because I'm like, that means my people make the most money. But then I'm got there and I'm like, okay, where do we go from here? Like, there's only one place to go from the top, which is down. This is terrible. Like, this isn't what I thought. And
right.
even
Right.
paying off all the debt, like, okay, I don't have debt. What do I do now?
Well, so some of this, you need new goals.
We do need new goals. We were talking about that. We
And
really
I
do
put
need.
off doing a vision board about how much I put off doing the strengths finders.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
need to do
putting.
a vision. You don't need to do a vision board. You just need to see. Like you need to reflect on where do you want to be next year,
A
in
million a
2 years.
month.
And I
Yeah.
think we're
So
going to get to 1 million a month by having the most brilliant mastermind coaching people. We're going to have 1 million a month, and it can come through more than just, it can be Partner Co, but a spin off to where we can coach the whole freaking company and make money off of it. Like, look at that Todd Falcone guy. He just shows up for an hour, Susan. Like, think about if they thought they had access to us, and who cares if we can elevate the entire company? All right, so if our team drops a little bit, but we've got all these people in these other teams that are freaking rock stars, then they're paying to work with us to coach them in some way. I'm telling you, something like that could work. Look, I'm like, we're going to get to 1 million a month, a different avenue, possibly an extension of this avenue.
So I want to go back really back to that oily company. There's another oily company called doTERRA, which I'm sure you're familiar with. They incorporate StrengthsFinder in everything they do. So when you get to that first leadership backflip title, whatever it is in their company.
Superstar captain.
Yeah, whatever that is, their leader gives them the Strengths Finder assessment. And that's when they step into strengths coaching, right? They got to prove themselves first, but then they go into that. And they even have a rollout in their company where it's rolled out about Strengths Finder. It is completely enculturated into their culture as a
And
company.
see, that could be enculturated in our elite program, Susan Frank.
Yes,
That's
yes.
not just Team Unstoppable. It's
Yeah.
the elite program, and we're working with Rhonda. That's part of their assessment and intake, right? I mean, think about like, look, there my vision starts going big because I see, all right, how do we really get to 1 million a month quicker? I want to do it fast, and you want to do it
Hello,
fast.
activator, little activator wanting to do it fast.
We want to do it fast.
I hear you. I hear your activator. So being able to, my goal, I'll just tell you, my goal is to turn your leaders into coaches.
And that's important, isn't it? Like Letty right now,
They're already coaches.
Letty was one of my leaders that 1 week she ranked up 1, 2, 3, 5 times the amount of her business that her is right now. And we've like coached her. Susan's worked with her a lot. I've worked out with her a lot. We've traveled recently, all of the things. And her volume right now for the line is half of what a third or half of what my other lines are doing. She used to be my top, and now it's on the bottom.
So what
And so
happened?
that's what she's just
I
perplexed.
can tell you, she manages. She doesn't
She's
recruit.
manager.
She just wants to tell people what to do. But she's not doing it. So she's not leading by example.
Yeah, so
And she's not excited. Like if you talk to her, it's just a modern tone of like it's not like, "Oh my gosh, like we can get fired up. Like this is life-changing." But she's like, "This is life-changing." Like
And I talked to her last night, and she's like, "Oh, I absolutely believe that this is $1 million a month company. I absolutely believe that this company's going vertical." And I'm thinking, nothing in your field or when I talk to you makes me feel like you believe that. But I think she's possibly, this would be great for her to take this Strength Finders and us understand.
but she has a big heart. Like she
She's
really cares
amazing.
about people and she has a life-changing testimony on the products.
Life
so
changing.
yeah, so this is it carried her only so far. Right? It
Yeah.
carried her into leadership and now she wants to manage. And a lot of that could have to, I don't know, unless I look at her profile and have a conversation with her, but it could be that she's just tired. Like so when you live outside of your natural giftedness, it's exhausting. And it could be that she got to the top living outside of her natural giftedness. And managing people is where she's naturally, like, I don't know, it could be because that's where she stopped.
So
You know
what do
I
we
mean?
do for her?
Well, you got to figure out how to inspire her, right? Not motivation. Motivation comes from within, but inspiration comes from without. You have to inspire her to pick it up again. And so in order to do that, you got to figure out why she put it down. And the way to do
Yeah,
it
and
is
it's like
going to
she's
be
still doing so much of the activity. I'm like, I don't understand. And maybe she don't have any of the woo to like bring people in personally and sponsor them. What's lacking? She's like, I'm really working on recruiting this week. Why do you think these people are falling off? And I'm like, dang, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't
Like,
have the answer.
is she sending out the IPA call? Is she getting people on training on Saturday? Because people are like a lamp. If they're not plugging in, then she's gonna be losing them.
Well, and
And
that's what
she's so different because, like, I made her admin on our Facebook group for the team because she said, "Oh, I love Facebook." But then she went and started her own. So she's pulled her people out here so they don't have our energy and the team growing. They don't see the growth because she's got them over here in left field.
Well, and that's good about the Saturday training because I'll look through and I'm like, where's her people? And then like last Saturday, she said something about, with Melissa with the Strength Finders thing at like 11:48 a.m. And I was like, why aren't you on this call? Like, why aren't, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but why aren't you on this call? Like, you got to show up. You got to get your people here to show up and kind of pull them in. And then I started almost thinking, does she not have the belief in herself that she thinks me and Susan Frank has to be so close to her for her to be successful? Because when Susan will work with her, I can always tell when Susan talks to her for a week or two, because her belief goes up, her everything goes up. But I feel like as soon as Susan pulls away from her, she bottoms out. Same with me. Yesterday, she messaged me and said, "Are you okay?" And I thought, yeah, but I'm investing so much time and I'm still stacking people underneath you. Right? I really built two of your lines and they fell off. I can't manage everybody. I got to have a leader that helps manage and motivate these people and inspire them. You know what I mean? I can't keep
Right.
doing everything. And so if you're not, so I do definitely want her to take the assessment so we can
If
get
she
some more.
takes it, I can give you some
Perfect.
insights.
Okay, that'd
And
be
I
amazing.
don't know what it could be. I mean, it could be that she really only approached her warm market and that's what, and she can't approach a
You know
cold
what else
market.
it is? There's something in her when these people come in and 2 or 4 months they're on fire and then they start dying off and they haven't recruited, so they don't have a bunch of new people to work with. Maybe they have 5 or 10. That is really disheartening to her. So maybe it is her, empathy's higher, a lot higher or something. And it really, and she doesn't feel like she has anything on the back end for lead generation. So she's one of our leaders. If we would push an avenue and a method for phase 2 lead generation, she would take it and run like the wind with it.
So
That's why
that could
she's the
very well
one.
be it. She
She's the
doesn't
one
have a
always
lead.
looking at a funnel or looking at whatever. And you want to know what's interesting, Susan Frank? That's actually how she came in to multiple different MLMs. Was those crazy ass, "Hey, you want to work from home?" She bites. She told me that last night, about fell out on the floor, because I'm like, "Do those really ever work?" She said, "That's exactly how I got in network marketing."
So
How
that's why she's
interesting.
always looking.
Because it's her belief.
And why
Because it,
she's always wanting to just do the email or the, reach
yes.
out. It
And
could be
once she
lack of
gets them in,
communication.
she does do fairly well at managing. Like, she does have a gift. She's looking at volume. She's got a lot. She's got freaking potential. We love her. I'm like,
Hmm.
we love her. Like, she's our
I mean,
fave.
we had 5 people on the Bali trip, and she was one of them. Like,
Yes.
she's made good money here.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to have her talent themes and all that in order to figure out where, what the issue is as
Exactly.
far
I'm gonna
as
message. Like, my activator's like, she needs to come.
So, how can we do better, like help people better from what you see in our personalities?
well, it's going to be being able to actually work with each individual, wherever they are, right? I can't, it's not a magic anything. You guys are powerful leaders. And I think you're on the right track when it comes to that elite thing that you're talking about to really work with them. I definitely would put a
That's
recruiting,
where I feel it.
yeah, you definitely need to put a recruiting goal on people like Susan Cameron, right? Because that,
And if we had a recruiting goal, like if we can develop a lead generation tool to give them more than their Facebook marketplace that's played out,
yeah.
we could explode through recruiting.
Have you seen a lead generation that actually is effective,
That's what
I,
I don't have. No.
Rhonda?
Do you,
I
Rhonda?
don't
What do
know.
you
You
know
mean
for
as
lead?
far as a system is concerned?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, or a
TikTok.
company
Mm-mm,
that's workful. Like, how
mm-mm.
have you got your TikTok going?
I'm on there posting videos every day.
How many people follow you or buy? How many people follow you and how many people buy from you?
Well, I'm in a training. So through my training, I got an account that already had 20,000 people. There are accounts you can buy on TikTok. I don't know if you know that or not.
Mm-mm.
And so that, and I have about 28,000 people on my group. So I've grown it. I've grown it some. And I have, it's videos, when you put a video out there, it's like a little asset. and you don't know whether it's going to take off or not. It just depends on TikTok, their algorithm. So I have a video out there right now that's paying me bank that has 4.2 million views. And so I get from that, and then I have I have about maybe 10 videos I'm getting paid on right now.
You know that. And so what are you making on that a month?
Well, it just depends. It's not consistent yet, but I just started this.
Okay, what's a great month? Like, what's like your best?
Well, I'll just tell you that my best video right now has converted almost $3,000. So that's one video with $3,000 in sales.
Okay.
And that's how it works with TikTok. It's very random. You don't, but here's the thing about that. It suits my lifestyle because I'm a traveler. My husband and
And
I
you like to do videos, huh? You
I
like to do.
do. I'm a video girl. I
So
love
we need to
that.
find the people that love content and love to do videos. I'm hearing, Susan Frank, we need an avenue for TikTok for them
Yeah, if you
because
want
they
to
love
do
to do
TikTok, you
because
have to
they love
post
to
a
do
lot, like
videos.
3 a day.
You
I
know that
post
Megan Desart girl, Susan, that went and started doing the other drops. She said that she did 10 videos, and out of those 10 videos, she got 10 customers and 2 brand partners. She's like, you need to be doing TikTok. And so maybe that's something that we kind of need to look at a little bit, because that would be a great lead generation thing for some people. Instagram's terrible, but maybe, the elite and some of them, okay, we're going to plug you into TikTok. We're going to plug you into this. I think we need something, or for right now, we keep it so simple. Put your button on and go sit at the hospital, go walk around the hospital. That'd be something
Okay,
fun we could do.
Susan Cameron,
Yeah.
let me like pull you back
Pull me
down.
back. Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah. So you know what I think I
Pick
do?
one, because
know
I'm
what
seeing you going all over now on
Perfect.
TikTok.
That's what I think you're right about, and what I need to do, because I always want people's approval of the different ideas. Maybe this goes back to me saying I trust myself enough to know what's the priority and only focus on that.
Well, you
You
have
think?
so many. You just have, you have ideation at number 13, and that's it's my number one, and we don't sleep at night because our ideas are like bouncing all over our heads. So this is where your strategic and your ideation are coming up with all these great ideas. And I'm just trying to rein you in and pick one so that your arranger can come up, okay? And can work with your strategic and futuristic to plan one plan.
So
And
out of
then you
what
move
I'm
on to the
saying,
other one.
okay, out of what I'm saying, Susan Frank, when you said, what can we do better? What sounds like a good idea for us to start focusing on to do better? To get back to the top.
Because that is the goal.
That's the goal, Frank. That's the goal.
We got
Susan
to have our.
Cameron can't stand being number 2.
I don't
Hello,
like us to
loser.
fall. I don't like us to fall.
Well, at least the company didn't call you and ask you to be on that call.
I would have been devastated, wouldn't I?
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
You have to lick your wounds when you drop down. But the good news is you're not staying down. You're
So what?
already looking for ways to move back up.
So back to that question, Susan Frank, because your focus is almost going to hold you doing the same thing over and over and over. What can we do better? Additionally, whatever. What is our next kind of?
We got to get people recruiting, because unless new people are coming in with excitement, like that's what we build. I mean, that's what builds for the last 17 years. That's what builds.
So how should we recruit more? What are we going to do?
Well, I guess we could put a competition out there for you, girl.
Well, but remember, a lot of people come in with competition. A lot of people who want to do the business, like they're like, yes, they
So we
see
need
the
to do
million-dollar business.
competition, and we need whoever those anal, type A, whatever people are to help us track the competition, because me and you aren't going to do that. That overwhelms us.
Correct.
Because we tried to get people to run for this promotion to come to the retreat. We couldn't even figure out how to track or find who's doing what. I was like, this is overwhelming. I just wanted to throw up my hands. I was like, okay, everybody can come.
And I sent it to, and see, I'm the rule follower, so I didn't invite anybody because I was like, well, I can't even see if they won. So I just didn't even do anything.
Yeah, we both kind of did acted weird with this. Yeah.
Y'all are so fun. Hey, I hate it, but I have to go. I have
Well,
got a
thank you,
house
Rhonda.
going on the market in 15 minutes. She'll be
All
here
right.
to sell
Oh,
my house.
good luck.
Sell
Good luck.
that house, girl. Sell that house.
I gotta
So,
sell my house.
So Rhonda,
Oh,
I will put on you and Susan as we go through this on our group chat, girls. I will dump in people's reports between now and our Thursday night call, and so we can
perfect.
kind of start reading over them or kind of glancing at them,
That'll
whatever.
be great. That'll be
Okay,
great.
love ya. Thank ya.
You
All right,
too. Loved it, girl. See ya.
all right. See
Thanks.
ya, honey.
Good
Bye
luck,
bye.
girl.
Bye,
Bye.
Susan. Bye, honey. Hey. This is
Hey.
going to be fun. It's going to be fun with her. I think she can actually help give us a little bit of direction.
Gosh, if we can help our people better, I mean, that's what it's all about. And I mean, I don't
There's,
know. I feel so sad for Letty. Like, but
let's see
she,
what Letty just said to my message. Let's see what she said. Who and all is coming?
is she coming this weekend?
Bring a. She said no. She said who is. I'm gonna tell her get on my Zoom. Get on my Zoom with me and Frank now for 5 to 10 minutes. I agree. I'm just, you know, it's, I don't know what to do to help her. I think she needs to be here. She needs more belief or more something, but it's like her team's hardly coming. And I've tried to get these people to come. It's like I've reached out to everybody to come and I'm just not making it
Look, I haven't even
any
reached out to
progress.
anybody because I don't want people to feel like I'm playing favorites and invited them and they didn't earn it. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, we'll just reach out last minute and see if anybody else can come. Okay. I said just reach out to them at the last minute and see if they can come.
How many people you got?
And sometimes we do play. Oh God, 20 something.
Well, that's good.
But only 12 that's spending the night. So I've got 6 bedrooms. I let the other Airbnb go back like yesterday because it was like 15 minutes away, but it was 4 bedrooms, and the guy said he'd give me 65% back on it. So I was like, well, okay, I'm going to do that so I don't have to pay for it. But I mean, we've got twin air mattresses and stuff. We could still get some more people.
Is Todd coming?
Yeah, he's coming.
Even though he don't believe in our strength finders.
He doesn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, maybe I just think we need to be more strategic in terms of, okay, if the company don't want to adopt everything that here comes Letty. If the company don't want to adopt everything we want to do, then okay, we'll do it. You know what I mean? We'll do it with that competitive edge and we'll capitalize on it. Hey, girl,
Hey,
what are you doing?
what are you doing? I was just
We
gonna get in
can't
the.
see you. Show us your
Put your
face.
camera on. I don't have any makeup. My hair's filthy.
Me neither. I hadn't even brushed my hair. Oh, you look
Um,
pretty.
Thanks. Maybe I won't shower.
It's working for you. It's working for you. So yeah, we just met with this Strengths Finder lady. We definitely want you to take that assessment so we can kind of see based on what she thinks or hears like how we can all get better. Um, and we were just talking about some different things, kind of like the phase 2 upselling products, like what really can we bring through, just kind of brainstorming and looking at like lead generation. And I was telling Susan how you came in through a lead generation thing. Like you answered a thing. I said, so that resonates with Letty. Where it
So,
doesn't resonate with us, we're like, we ain't what, like, we're not reading the email, we're not blah, 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 but you do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So kind
Yeah.
of just brainstorming on that. And then just kind of talking about, like you said last night, why are these people not going? What's happening?
Right.
You know? And she's like, is
So
she coming to the retreat? I was like, no. And she's like, she needs to. I said, yes.
I
we
think you have
always
too many
want
people
Letty.
coming.
No, we can get you there. Come.
Come on, girl, book that
She's
flight.
coming. Did you just see her face? She's coming. What
Hey,
about
so I want
Jenny?
to know that lead generation that got your attention. Like, what did they do and what company was it?
I'm going to drive while we all talk. Let me
It
go.
was years ago. It was like my very first, back in like 2007.
What do you think that's available now, Letty, that we could actually plug into that possibly could work?
Well, let me look at different ones because I get emails just showing like, look at how to grow your team, blah, blah, blah. And I click on them and I look and then I think, I don't want to pay out any money, but I can take a look and see what's there.
What
You
do you
know,
think about creating an elite group that we can attract leaders into?
yeah.
Like where we say we're the top in the world. We have this, we do mindset, we have a system that you can plug in, blah, 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 and try to attract people at a higher level buy-in where they pay. I don't know. What's your
Let me think about that.
Like, if you look back at your last 4 weeks, how many people have you brought in?
I've only brought in 3 people
Well, that's
and
good.
personally,
Well, that's
but I've
awesome.
been working with Melissa and she's brought in 3 or 4 people. Suzanne brought in a couple people this week. But I'm really looking at, we need to start attracting more business people. I'm not sure how to do that.
And it's so funny because
Not, let me rephrase that. Business owners. Business owners that need to supplement their income.
I think that comes back to Susan Frank talking to Todd when we were in North Carolina about like, hey, if we could figure out how to bring in some business people, I could master it and we could run and duplicate it. You know, when we originally started talking to Cindy Landis a while back, remember you guys, this was our thing, but then we didn't stay consistent and see it through. But that is our vision, whether it's this amount of, this quick video or this whatever. But we got to be able to show them examples of where this business person come in, this business person come in, this business person come in, and it added to their income X amount of dollars, right? Whatever that is. I do think we need business minded people, business entrepreneurs. They freaking take it and run with it.
well, you think that, but then you look at the top power
No,
rankers.
I
It's
know.
it's not business people. It's a nurse. It's a teacher. It's a principal. It's a college grad. It's a stay-at-home mom. Like, heck, you were a
It's also
mom.
some networkers, isn't it? Because you got James Zing,
Well, the
Lindsay.
only he's not really a net like he net is known as a networker now, but he didn't come in this business as a networker. He came in this business with a like he was a college kid. And the what drug him in was his sponsor like really lived a very embellished life. Like they were expected to drive Lamborghinis and have fancy houses, and that's why his sponsor went bankrupt. He about went bankrupt. His wife went and worked for Google. Like he learned that in a great way, but he didn't quit.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this was my idea last night when Letty and I was talking about, and maybe the three of us pilot this, and we probably get somebody maybe like Jill on my team, somebody that's a generator. Boom, boom, boom. You give them a list. They're going to work 3 hours to make sure this gets along. What we could do is look at that virtual assistant company that that Cindy Landis knows and has worked with. And Moose said, you guys should be using AI right now. You should be able to use a virtual assistant where you build simple, easy steps. Step 1, you build a business Facebook page. Step 2, you create your specific avatar for the different people that you're looking for to bring in your business. Step 3, AI. We use AI. We use your little virtual assistants to start going, and we load 2,000 people onto your business Facebook that specifically fit that avatar. That's the only way they can come in. Step 3, you're now starting to pitch videos and marketing material to where, and you have a lead magnet, something that they can click on that goes into a system that now they're being dripped on. I feel like that is
What's the purpose of the business page? To run ads?
you have to run ads at all and to get it seen. And Cindy Landis said, Susan, you can literally run ads for $5 to $10 a day, really inexpensive. You're spending $150 to $250 a month. You know, you get one ultimate, you're going to get way more than that, but right, that's paid for it. So that is kind of next step, and that's what I've even talked to Tim Sales about it. Without a business page, it's going to do nothing. But if I don't have something on the back end, you guys, to build up that following on that business page, us going to just build a business page is a waste of freaking money. I mean, a waste of time. Like, you're doing jack crap with it. We need a strategy to find the exact people and to bring them in. And this guy that I'm talking about, that I've talked to, he kind of sees it A to Z. And he said, just like now with Modere, you should have been above, you should have been in front of that. And the minute that they announced or whatever, if you already had your page built up, if you already had videos, a few videos created and you had that, or kind of like Tupperware's going down, if you're looking for some networkers, you would already kind of be there. Or a networker starts getting unhappy, for example, or a big corporate girl, she's making 300,000 like my friend Kendall, and she's unhappy, and now you've got a place for her to land to start trying to draw her in to attract her. So that, I feel like that idea is better than, oh, let's just start blasting out Facebook everywhere with our personal thing. There's not a real strategy to that.
And the key thing is, when our company went down and went out, people blasted us like crazy. I didn't respond to one. We didn't respond to one. We didn't want somebody we didn't know.
Right.
We wanted
We
people that
never,
we knew, trusted, and liked. So it's about being out here building relationships.
but
And Susan, you got to pick one thing, because you just told Rhonda 20 things, and now you just told Letty 21.
yeah. Well, I think bringing it back to, what does Letty need? That was our question. What does Letty need?
Well,
And
I don't. So here's what Letty don't need is something to distract her that's going to pull her paycheck down. That's not proven. Like, she's got 3 new people. What can we do to build those 3 people? And who can we work with that she's got to get the paycheck up? And then we can trial something on the side, but we can't bring something brand new.
completely on the side, completely. But if you'll listen, go back to the first thing that came out of my mouth. The 3 of us try. That's what I said. Not the company.
But we need Letty's paycheck up first.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we can't be distracting away from what could bring her paycheck up, which she has some growth going on, which is huge.
So let's ask you this, Letty. The 3 people that you brought in, did they come in as customers? Did they come in as brand partners? Are they at Ultimate? Have they signed anybody up?
They're not at Ultimate. So 2 of them, I still need to get through training. One's a customer, and 2 of them I signed up and got to get through training and get them posting. So I'm doing that this week. They have jobs.
So, okay.
So
did they just come in?
That's been kind of like getting the right time with them being moms. mom's working and trying to find the right time to get them trained. So I got to do that today.
So I'll tell you
Get
what
them
Susan Frank
posting.
would do in that situation. Susan Frank would be calling them and be like, take your lunch break right now, post on Facebook, and in 1 day or 2 days, they're going to sell boxes to where we can have the conversation. Okay, we got to get you to Ultimate. That right there is another 2,500 volume in your line. So
Right.
maybe that's a little bit of it, like urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Your car's nagging at you
Oh, it's like beep, beep, beep,
because
beep.
you're looking at us.
That's true.
Oh,
So maybe I'll like hold it like this. So maybe that's it for those people to get them posting.
look at the road.
Like, and luckily it's driving to get them posting. And then what about Melissa's new 3 that came in?
She actually brought in a real estate guy last night.
Okay.
He just came in with a 4-pack and he ordered some other products. People just quit on him in real estate, so he's really busy, but he said I'm willing to try to get on the product and get going with it. So he
Okay.
just ordered.
And then what about the other 2?
I don't know about the other 2. Let me look. She messaged.
64 West Franklin, right?
I'm not sure about the other ones. Oh, and then we really
Okay.
got to get on. Suzanne is trying to get us with her doctor's office, or not her doctor's office, but Healthy You, the guy she works for. They own a company in Utah. So that's why I wanted to talk with you, Susan, because I was having a hard time. I think Todd's going to do it tomorrow, though.
You think it's gonna? Well, that's
If
what I
Todd
said.
doesn't do it, can you, Susan?
Yeah, I said Susan Frank should be doing it because Susan Frank can close business. Todd don't
Okay.
close.
Okay.
And she knows everything about every product. So
How's your schedule tomorrow?
So I'll be on the road. What time do you need me there?
Well, we were just going to try for Thursday, and I was going to get back to them Thursday or Friday, but she said Thursday was a better day. The owner already knows about our company.
So I'll
He-
be on the way to the retreat. So I'll be on the road.
Okay. Let me see if I can get that.
and with Suzanne, I was thinking about Suzanne last night, Letty, because I reached out to her last week and she seemed really fired up and really excited and everything. I think maybe if you could coach her too, because she's got crazy contacts.
She does.
This is a numbers game. You're
She does.
holding on to one person. One person initially is only going to be 1,500 volume through your line. However, that one person can make you $1 million, right? Amazing. It's a numbers game. Suzanne, who else do you have? Suzanne, who can you bring? And this Strength Finders Rhonda was talking about, is there a block with her? Because when she puts people in front of us, we close them. But there's
Mhm.
some block that makes her not put them in front of us. I don't know what that is. So maybe if we could maybe it's belief. I think if we just stay close with her through verbal conversations, not through a text message, check in. Okay, work with her. I would lock in and work with her like crazy because she's got all these people that she knows, where Melissa Straka is really good at finding them and everything. But I feel like Melissa's in a little bit of a lull. And like we have Jenny that came in and we brought in 3 or 4 ultimates. So I am listening to what you're saying, Susan. Okay, let's focus and keep it like, what can we do with what we exactly have right now? So I'm on board with that. Okay, let's focus. Out of those people that Jenny brought in, has everybody been trained? How many boxes did they sell? How many boxes did they sell? And are they posting?
And boosting, because if they're not boosting, that's like a big step people miss. And are they saying, hey, I lost 1 pound? Hey, I've lost 2 pounds. Hey, I've lost 5 pounds. If they don't need to lose weight, but their own product, hey, I got more energy, or I'm sleeping better, whatever it is. Like, are they sharing their experience?
Okay. Jenny's had COVID pretty bad. She's been sick over a week.
Oh, bless her.
So
Like
does she have Noni? Noni has a blocks of protein that causes
she
COVID. So
does.
tell her to updose Noni.
Okay.
So what do you think, Letty, is your, and this is just simple questions. So when you brought in your your 3 people this month, and one's the customer and 2's the brand partners, do you feel like maybe to get them going, like what do you think the delay or the lull is in getting them trained and posting?
With them, it's just been that they have jobs and they're single moms.
And this is where I just say, "Hey, I know you got a job and you're a single mom. So what can you slide in? I need 30 minutes because I
Okay.
want you making money yesterday." Because what people don't realize is we're training them from the start, the urgency. If we get them trained right away and posting and making money, then they duplicate that. Whereas if they wait a week, then their people wait a week. So it just slows down production. So that is something that I've observed and experienced through the
Okay.
years.
Okay.
And you
I'll
can
reach-
and you can push that back on Melissa a little bit, Letty, and say, "Hey, Jenny, when we were here, we brought in 3 people. Give those action items to her. Your job as a leader and a recruiter and a builder basically of your teams is you need to know these 3 things too. Have they been trained? Are they posting? And for me, posting means posting and boosting. Are
Right.
they doing that correctly? How many boxes have they sold? That's your check-in with these people several times a week. Because I think several of them was like, we don't really want to post. So if you got a whole team not posting and not really going and getting those boxes moved, they're not excited about the money from day one like we all were. That's what made us like really pumped up.
Right.
Oh my God, I just sold 10. Right. We're all like, shit, yeah. I was thinking about it last night. I don't know that I even bought 30 boxes. I actually think I bought 10 boxes, and I turned around and I sold 7 or 8 of them in 2 posts. But our story just always was I came in with 30 boxes. I don't know that that's true. Is it, Susan Frank? I don't think it is, y'all. I don't think it is. I
You
think we
can
totally.
look back at your orders, but don't change your story
No,
because
I'm
whatever
not going
your
to.
story
Don't do
is,
that.
No,
like your
no,
team does it.
I'm
Like
not.
I hate it when people are like, "Yeah, I started a 4-pack." I'm
No,
like, "Oh, you just sabotage yourself."
and that's what I'm going to tell everybody always,
Mm.
right? I came in with 30 boxes. But that's what I hear, Letty, is like we're getting them in, but really the excitement and the training, and maybe it's even you're pulling, with your team and stuff. Like, and I look at like Saturday mornings, I'm like, where are these people? Nobody's there.
We do. I do need to get better at promoting Saturday. I will admit that. Yeah.
Because that's really where bridging them into us, I think, is what's so,
Do
so
you
key.
use Send Hype, Letty?
No, I haven't been. I used it once or twice, and I haven't been.
So that's
That's
an easy tool if you take time to load people in. Like you can hit a button and get people on the IPA or Saturday call. Just make sure you give people a chance to opt out and make sure they want to get the text.
Okay.
But it's you can pay for the year. I think it was like $50. It's not a lot.
Okay.
and
And that's an easy automation.
Okay.
kind of like we have Harold that came in, and like Edith, we have Harold. And then remember, Harold was going to bring in Will and Will's wife. Like, where are they? What are they doing? And then this new guy, what's he doing? You know what I mean? I just hear that it's like, okay, we're bringing them in, but then they go in. I don't know, Susan Frank. We're missing something, because it's like we got all these different people and we're kind of trying to work them and we're trying to do it, but it's got to be foundational. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and it is literally about them getting up to ultimate, posting their doing the social media campaign, actually moving the boxes, following up with their customers, taking that from A to Z. So like has Bobby put you in front of any more people?
These guys have been
Sold
horrible to work
boxes?
with. Bobby he's putting together some website. I told him there's no need for a website. He's paying Sarah to do the posting for him. And he's like,
Is he
boards,
selling any
I
boxes?
don't like the way boards, he's only sold 3 boxes out of the 30. He
So
goes,
here's the big thing with business people and people. Does he have network marketing experience?
lots.
Network
a
marketing
network marketing
experience,
person.
they are usually a nightmare because they have their own
Okay.
way. They don't follow the system. Like Todd Rowland said, I never want another one again. Like this is the worst
So
season of my
So
life.
yeah, an avatar would not be looking for network marketers then, you guys. It'd be looking for business owners, corporate America people, nurses, people with a horrific health journey, right? People like us, like people like Letty, people like
Be
me.
careful.
Be
There's a
careful.
rattlesnake in the shop.
Y'all and those snakes.
So
What else are you hearing, Susan?
yeah,
from-
with Bobby, it's been, oh, I don't like your boards, I'm going to create something else. So I just thought,
And
Let
this
him
is
be.
what I say. I'm like, listen, like our boards made somebody that had never succeeded in the industry
right,
$18,000 in 4 weeks. Don't create something new. Try ours. It works. Just trust me. But they
I
don't
told him
listen.
that.
They don't listen.
They don't. And then Harold, and both of them were paying Sarah to do their posting for him. But last week, Harold stopped her posting for him. So I'm supposed to talk with him today. But these guys have been hard to work with.
Yeah, networkers are business people sometimes are because they're so busy with their main thing. I mean, you just it's really numbers and hitting the right people with the heart, the work ethic that really want better, that are willing to keep stepping.
Mm-hmm.
Because people quit
Yeah.
on their dreams, on their goals, on everything. And here it's like, hey, you got the pen, like you can write your own paycheck. You might have to go through a learning curve. Yeah, people won't have dreams that join you, but you just got to keep stepping and find the ones that do.
Right. Right. I did get this morning I've been talking with Kim. Kim's been really good about posting. She does all she's supposed to. She never misses posting. And she's just not growing. But she said that she will come. Kim Koala is bringing 3 other people. I had 4 free tickets for PXP, so they're going to come.
Oh, great, perfect.
How do
and
you
I
have
think
4
that
free
brings back.
tickets? Good job.
One
What's
of the people that came to your house last summer decided not to do the business, and she had purchased 4 tickets.
Oh,
So
perfect.
she messaged me and said, I will just gift them to somebody on your team. So they're all going to come.
Well, that's good. What's Harold's last name on Facebook?
Well, and I think as you're looking for that,
Harold Jaynes, Jaynes.
did you just feel the disappointment from Letty, Susan? What I was saying at the Strength Finders lady, I think when there's not a phase 2 and these people come in and they sell their boxes and they do all that, and they recruit a few people or a lot of people, and then they kind of lull off, it's really like impacting her because she feels like
It
she
is.
doesn't have that's your block. I can feel it. I can feel you energetically. That's your block. And I'm not saying we don't already have a solution that doesn't need a new solution, but if we don't, that is your block. That's where you're at. I feel it in every cell of my being.
Her
That's
woo. It's her woo.
yeah. She's like, dang, why aren't they making money? Why aren't they
Well,
like?
because I want everybody making money.
We do too.
We want everybody making money too, but my personality is I gave you the exact same business that I have. It's not like I give somebody a good one and somebody else a bad one. Like it's equal opportunity, and what they do with it, like I can try to help them, but I can't
Well,
push a rope.
maybe we.
So then in that instance, Susan, what do you do?
I
Like,
just
what do you do?
I go
What do you-
recruit somebody else that really wants it. I'm like, hey, if you want it, I'm here to help you. If you want to follow our system, I'll help you. Like I know it works. Just give me 30 days of you doing the system and you being a product of the product. They'll win. They'll make something.
So what we talked about, Letty, was kind of doing a few things where we start doing a competition for recruiting, like a competition for if you can just get people on a three-way, even if they think they want to hear it from us or not, right? Three-way competition. Competition who can bring in brand partners. Competition to put your skinny button on, drop on, and go talk to people for an hour at a grocery store or a hospital. You know what I mean? Maybe some fun recruiting things that we can do right now that we don't have a funnel, we don't have a lead generator, like we don't have that right now. So what can we do with what we currently have to motivate these people and get them excited?
She froze.
Oh,
So
she did freeze.
What about that? So where do you feel like your block is to going to find more people or new people, Letty? The recruiting aspect. Where do you feel? Tell us whenever, for yourself and for your team, what can we do to help you?
So on that, I've just been challenging everybody to talk to 5 new people a day. You know, some people are running with
And
it, some people are not.
Okay, so do you feel that you're effective at talking to 5 people a day?
I can be, yeah.
Okay, do you feel like out of those 5 people that you are talking to, what's your goal of how many of those 5 to get on a three-way call with us?
3.
3. Okay, so what we need to see from you is 15 appointments a week. Does that make sense? I was just telling Susan Frank I kind of needed the same thing. Like for me, because I have this big list of people I want to get to, and I feel like I've started getting a block with recruiting myself. And so we were talking to her. She said, well, you got some competition kind of higher for yourself. She said, and so what you need to do is take 10 of those people and kind of keep it in the forefront for Susan Frank. These are my 10 target. I need accountability to make sure I get them through the pipeline.
Okay.
That's what I need. So you figure out what you need. Okay, we need 15, a minimum of 5 a week that we're showing. Maybe it's even a third. Maybe 15 is a lot. I can feel your energy around 15. Maybe out of those 5, we're showing the business to 1 every day. Maybe it's 5 a week to get you
Okay.
feeling confident. I think that's more reasonable, right?
Okay.
You know, and that's what I was feeling like for myself. Like, where's my block at? Well, when we used to talk all the time, right, 100 times a day, it'd be like, hey, and Susan thinks like I do, like, hey, what about this person? What about this person? What about this person? So she could always say, and so I knew she would be asking me, like, oh shit, I can't lose here. Like, okay, I got to step up and perform because I need to
Right.
perform. So it's really cool to see like how you can leverage each other's skills and leverage what each other wants. But I think that's it. And just like your team, talk to 5 people, but what does that mean? No, out of those 5 people, one of those needs to turn into a three-way call. And out of that,
Okay.
we want to close 100%. And we might need Susan Frank's belief some to show you that belief is really there. And that's what was so helpful for me, is to latch on to her belief. And then I could do it through the presentations, and I'll be like, dang, I'm not closing this. I need to pull you back in for a minute to kind of help me with the belief, to remember, no,
Right.
absolutely, they want to do it. So I think it is a recruiting game that we can do with what we currently have. And if you don't have anybody to talk to, go put a freaking button on and go walk around a hospital. Go walk around the initial check-in of the airport. Like, go to places where people are in an energy where they're open to hear what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And here's you some text scripts. Like, okay, how would I even open up a conversation? I think you're excellent at that.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
That's like your thing. So you put a button on. I'm challenging you. Go to Costco with your button on every day this coming week. You live 2
Where's
minutes.
Costco?
Costco, yeah,
It's
2 minutes.
way closer to you than me, and I'm
She's
really
Costco's
jealous.
2 minutes from you.
So you're
So
going to go hang
jealous.
out at Costco until you talk to 5 people in Costco.
That's
You don't-
so funny because we walked in Costco this week and my 17-year-old said, Mom, why don't you put products here? And now you're telling Letty to go to Costco. So hey, there's a sign right there.
Yeah.
Put several boxes of drops in your purse, Letty. Have your button on and you've got your boxes of that. And we're not even saying, like I told Susan Frank, it doesn't always have to be brand partners. So some of these people on my hit list, I'm going to be
Right.
okay and accept, well, I'm going to get them on drops. I'm going to go for the business. But if I can only get them on drops, then I need to say, okay, I got these 5 people on drops. And that's kind of another competition. How many people of those people, Susan, that you're bringing in on drops are you really getting in? Kind of like when I first got started for months, you guys, Susan was like, talk about like last Saturday, if we would have had time, what you did that other people didn't do. Because to make $18,000, you went above and beyond a lot of times of what other people did.
Right.
Well, some of what I did is I was always on Facebook stories. I was always on Facebook Live. I was talking about the drops constantly. You see, I'm not doing that like I did before.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to challenge myself to step up and do that in that way, just like you do, just like your brand partners do. Kind of like
Right.
Melissa, keep getting on there, doing your Suzanne, get on there, do your stories, tell your testimony, take a story in the morning where your drops are right there and you're talking about something else and you just drop the drops in your mouth. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that they do.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I see. And, maybe, I think Susan Frank has the belief so much that, oh, well, other people want this. So she ain't worried too much about what these duds are doing. She goes find her some new people.
Well, I want people that really want a better life and are willing to put the effort into getting there. Cause some people want $1 million a month, but they'll never take a step to get there. They just go back into the routine of their job. And I'm like that, I do not want that. And I know there's a lot of other people that don't want that.
One thing that this lady told us that was profound was she was a crazy recruiter, Letty. Crazy, crazy good. Like her recruiting was off the chains. That girl's going to be in our business. I'm like, dang, that sucks. Shannon has to sign her up, but we'll let Shannon sign her up. But she needs to bring in people. But she said, I could never close. And she told us because of her strengths why she couldn't close. And that's why the strength finders, I think, could be really helpful for our leaders to help their leaders is she said, so I would just work with this guy. He would do it all the time and we would work as a team to be able to close. And then, it worked together. So finding where, where there's fun, where showstoppers, where are they getting stopped? Like, where are they getting stopped? Like Kim Weber, team of Brenda had a great goal if she was going to get to officer. What does Brenda need us to help her with? She did a drop party last week. How many people closed from that drop party, Letty? Do you have any clue?
I think only one. And, Brenda talks to more people than anybody. Like, she sends out 40 messages a week. It's like, who are you sending these messages
We need to
to?
find out
What are you
yeah, we need to
sending?
find out what her
Yeah,
strengths
I
are.
don't think her message is effective if she's sending it to that many people. And what if she didn't shortcut it and send a message, but she actually did a video for the person, or she reached out and talked to them and figured out, hey, what they need in life, and here, insert, I have something to help you with that.
Yeah,
Like,
because I've asked her a few times, like, what are you sending? Because you should have a ton of people if you're sending out 40 messages a week.
and is
It,
it through Messenger, through email?
through texting, and the people that she brings in are people that don't have money or they just don't understand business. It's been really tough I would love to see her do well. What?
You got a second?
No, I don't.
I got them in the can.
Okay.
That's right.
I'll be out in a few. Wants to show me the snake.
No, I don't want to see it.
So now he's knocking on Brandon's door. Will you look at the snake? So Brenda, she talks to a lot of people. She's got it in she actually has a storefront for Herbalife. So she is switching out all her Herbalife stuff to our stuff now. She's doing it this week.
Well, gosh, if she has a storefront, she should have credibility. Because I thought when you said she was bringing people that were broke, that she didn't have credibility. But heck, if she has
She's
a
somebody that
store,
drives around and delivers the crappy, shakes, the
He needs to
Herbalife. I
talk
told her, I
to
said,
you.
you need to switch over to ours.
She needs to talk to you, Susan Frank. I think she needs to talk to Susan Frank.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
could even put her with Cynthia Bolden because she also has a nutrition store and has really increased her revenue with the Partner Co products and sees the opportunity of the business.
She's negative. She's negative is her problem. She's
Cynthia
always got
Bolden's negative?
no. Cynthia Bolden's amazing. Brenda's negative. Brenda's negative. I'm like, God Almighty, stop complaining. That's her problem. So that's what you need to coach her on is positive mindset. Quit getting influenced. Speak of what you want, not of what you don't want. And she really could do this big. I think she could.
She knows a lot of people.
She really might has a she has some potential for sure. I definitely think so for that.
We
And
definitely
let
need to tweak what she's sending out.
Okay.
so Letty, that girl that Jen Ferderos or whatever, you know, that charged Barb $5,000 to work with her 8 times. She's gonna lead like 4 different things at this healing retreat for me. So are you coming? And are you gonna get on the phone and call up some people and get at least one person to come too? I even reached out to
Well,
Jennifer
see,
Campbell today, y'all.
everybody's been like, I can afford to go to one. Do I go to Susan's or do I go to PXP?
Oh, PXP.
Yeah.
Susan might beg to differ. But
Nah, I think
if you think back to going to Puerto Rico, like meeting the owners, like that's a big.
that was way bigger to me than PXP ever thought in a million. And I look at North Carolina retreat when we did that before versus a PXP. I think the retreat ignited us at a whole different level. It just did. And it gave us community and it gave us blah, blah, blah. But also ask them, well, how bad do you want it? Like, what do you really want to get out of this? Like, come. Like, make it worth your return on investment. Let's sign you up to Ultimates while we're there.
How much time are you spending at the farm?
Oh, pretty much the whole time, except for we leave to go to play pickleball for 3 hours.
See,
Oh,
because
right
you
now?
saw how sick I was with the grass in front of Susan's house.
Okay, well, we'll give you some antihistamine. We'll give you a bunch of Anali, and I've even got some Cromlin.
Put me in a cart and just pull me around because I won't be able to function.
Yeah. And we'll be doing horse healing in the barn quite a bit. Not like we're going to do one session out in the grass, but besides that, we'll be inside, and then we'll be in the bay underneath the garage, like underneath my apartment right there. But we'll be doing strength finder stuff. We'll do pickleball. We'll do tons of just coaching and a bunch of different energy healing with the horses. I know you could get on that phone and find one person that's been at wanting to go. Who we going
Look
to
at
run?
her.
What about Harold? What about one of them?
Oh, I'm telling Susan, Harold quit posting this week.
I was trying to look at his Facebook, but I can't find him.
Here.
Can you send me his link? Share one of his posts with me. Unless it's him and a little curly-headed baby as his profile.
Yeah, that's him.
God, that don't look like him.
I think we could get Suzanne to come and just beg her husband to celebrate the anniversary next weekend. And I also think you could get Melissa Straka to come.
I mean,
she can only do one or the other. So she's got to go to PXP because I want her to hit officer.
And she needs those people. Like, is she taking anybody to PXP? Is any of her
She's
team
going.
going?
I think Jenny's going. The other Jen cannot go. Let me see. So Jenny, Melissa. I'm not sure who else in that group is going. I know that Kim's bringing her a 3. A lot of the Spanish speaking under Malarca are coming because they live there. So what do you think, Susan?
Okay,
Because
so I'm looking at Harold's Facebook. August 3rd, he has a post that wasn't boosted. Otherwise, it's pretty terrible stuff he puts on his Facebook.
it's horrible.
August 2nd, he had one post. I'm not sure it was boosted either. Let's see if he ever commented back.
So Sarah was posting for him.
Well, she
Yeah,
did.
he just stopped.
So she might have posted, but that's pretty useless if it's not being boosted.
Right. And I think she's supposed to be boosting during the week, isn't she, Susan?
Sarah who, Weaver?
No, that other girl. Yeah, it goes so much further beyond for Harold. He's putting shit content on his Facebook with it. He puts some negative stuff like, I'm really looking terrible today. I'm like, why
And
are
he
you
does political stuff. It's like you can't be
political
posting political
stuff?
stuff if you're doing this business.
He probably don't have a clue. I hope. How about Malarka coming to this retreat?
Malarka's got some big competition thing with her daughter doing dance, and she's like, I cannot go. But
And he
she's
hasn't put anything personal if he wants help. I don't know that he does. But I mean, he's got a toilet looking like it's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, and he smokes.
Gosh.
Don't
Harold
he?
doesn't smoke.
No, I feel like
No.
he smokes. He's just drinking his soft drinks.
He just drinks chocolate milk and Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's funny.
What about Edith and Les Mills? Did anything ever happen with that?
No, she's still trying, but it's like the people that she's brought have all been so hard to work with.
Maybe we got to just look at that vibrationally and move on.
Okay, and he never followed the system of growth. Like either Sarah or him. July 24th, he got 2 posts out and then he started going all over the place. Like there's nothing that ever says I got drops, I'm running out of drops.
So that wasn't him
testimony.
posting, that's Sarah.
So Sarah is not following the system of growth. So if somebody's paying her, she needs to follow day 1, day 2, day 3, not just go pull crap. And maybe she was trying to put men in there, but that system of growth works.
Probably so.
Like you got to have the testimonies of the A1C and the.
She's definitely been doing it for like Robbie and Dawn sold 80 boxes.
Is she following the system of growth?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I know she's doing it for them, like correctly, because I've looked at it for them and they've
Well,
sold.
so here's the thing. She started doing it for Bobby.
Okay.
She's not following system of growth. The people on there are people that I've never even seen before.
So she might just need a little education, especially if
Mhm.
somebody's paying her. We want her to get results for people.
Yeah, the only one that she did that's from the 30 days is Kim's first one. And after that, none of it.
So
None
that
of it.
that'll really have an impact because I'm telling you, like, I've got some great testimonies in my organization, but I always sell more boxes when I do that 30 days. Like, there's nothing that touches that. And I've ran it a
Uh-huh.
few times. I don't know where time goes, but Letty, what can we do to help you?
Letty, whose page were you just looking at? I'm going to use that as an example.
Bobby Kanata. So I've just been, like Susan was saying, I got stuck on trying to help these people, such as Kim, that's going to PXP, that have been posting. They did great in the beginning. They're still following the system. They're not growing. They don't have new people coming in. Their
Have they
customers
sold
are
their
dropping
boxes?
off, which with the customers, I know that it needs to be better follow-up.
Yeah.
But I feel like so many people got stuck.
So what do you like in troubleshooting? What do you think that we could do to support you and your people?
Find a solution for how I can support them and then focus on bringing in new people.
See, that's where the balancing act comes for leaders, because when you're new, like all you got to do is post and recruit. And then all of a sudden you got to post, recruit, support, and build. Like it
Right,
goes from 1 step to 2 step to 4.
right.
But you
So how do you balance it? Like with the people that are stuck, that you're thinking, gosh, even Malarca, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and they're just not growing.
or when they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, like I don't see her on Saturday training, so I kind of make that an expectation. And I'm here to tell you, I look who's on Saturday training, and that's my work list for the week. Like that's who I'm working with. And I'm sorry if they were on vacation. Like I was on vacation too, but I still got on, you know?
Okay.
The IPA's gotten so big, but I'll search out people's names and see if they're on the IPA.
Right.
Because then I know they're truly following the system. They're not just posting twice a day and thinking that their business is going to build. And really teaching people to, hey, you're going to have to work with those customers, because people go from selling boxes to now we need them to work with customers and make sure they're successful. So
Right.
even box slingers have a new step of a job, and kind of like not overwhelming people at first, just get them posting, but then like, hey, your fortune's in the follow up.
You know, Susan, I was thinking about, we have like the 21 day of follow up for new customers. Should we have a 21-day follow up for new BPs?
Yeah, that would be amazing. That is a great idea. Maybe if you come, we could work on, I don't know if this weekend would be the best time, but we could work on putting that together with the leaders.
Okay.
Because where we really got to get people, and I feel like people are missing the mark, is what really made Susan Cameron great money. And even you, when you came in, we were running people to Ultimate.
We were running people to Ultimate, and we showed people how to duplicate like machines.
Yeah.
That's what we did. That's what we did. That, like I said, the 3 people you brought in, 3 people Melissa brought in, 2 people that Suzanne brought in were missing.
Like if I brought people in,
Did they get trained?
yeah, and when we brought people in, like we were getting the first post out that day, because I
Right.
knew we needed to get them making money. Like yesterday, like, hey, I don't just want you on my team, I want you making an income. And then they got excited because they had income.
Right.
So we really got to, I feel like, reel in the excitement. And hey, you need 1,500 PV. We got to, I want you making money. Like really let them know, or whatever their goal is. If you know they want to pay off a car or even buy a lawnmower, let's get you that lawnmower money. Like try to get what they want. Because if they don't have something to drive for, they're not going to take extra time to do anything.
Oh, so you know what we may could do, you guys, on the why? Remember, my why was kind of like twofold. I was like, hey, I want to make 15,000 a month, but I had a very much smaller goal at first. My goal was a mattress and a dog. Why don't we start people with a $3,000 goal or a $7,000 goal? When they're like, I want to make 10,000, that's so unattainable for any normal person getting started in their business. What do you think,
Right.
Susan? Do you think
We
we need
don't
like
like
stepstone?
normal.
It comes. You want bigger thinkers? I kind of think of like Steve T. He wanted a lawnmower. Then he wanted this. Like you were able to step him into.
And you know how I got his attention? I left him $100 tip.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw the potential in him, and I was like, he said, "Gosh, well, I want to be able to leave a waiter $100 tip," and I was like, "Oh, well, I can help you." So that was even before the lawnmower. It was just, hey, I want to have enough money that I could tip good. Even though Susan says I'm cheap.
That was it. That was strategic. That was strategic, Frank. I give you that. That was strategic. It's good to be frugal, but yeah, some things we got to spend some money on. She's like, you and Letty spend money on everything. Y'all are always spending money.
Right.
We are always spending money. So maybe it's, just
I'm
give
gonna
them.
reel y'all back in.
Maybe we just need to ask him, what's your credit card debt? How would you like to get rid of that credit card payment?
Something like that. Yeah, maybe it really
But
does.
I
Yeah,
think some people don't even care that they have debt.
you're
Like
right.
some people are more driven by stuff. Like they
You're
just
right.
want to buy something.
They
They
want to
don't
buy.
even care.
You're right. They want to buy this, that, and whatever it is. And there again, that
We just
comes
got to
from
drill in.
yeah,
Right.
to getting those. So I would have a conversation with Melissa after this, exactly what we just started talking about in your organization, who's posting, who's been trained, how many boxes have they sold? They've sold 30 boxes, 18 boxes, 27 boxes. What is their plan? What's her coaching, y'all coaching those people to convert those customers right there? Start out at that, getting everybody to ultimate, right? The foundational, fundamental things of how we build and how we got duplicating super fast. Kind of what were those conversations we had with you and Coach Melissa, for example, or Jenny when she comes out of deathbed, Suzanne, we gave you some tips about Suzanne that you could go back and kind of like a couple of those in Minnesota. Maybe the next thing with Brenda, get her to talk to Susan Frank. And then we've got like Kim Weber. Kim Weber had a few. I was even thinking about that Missy girl. She got to officer. So what's she over there doing right now?
She's a tough one.
And if she is, then go on. And your job
She's
is
had zero communication with me, even though I've texted her so many times.
okay. So that's your management bucket, but 50% of your time needs to be recruiting bucket.
Right.
Put on your button. You're going to Costco. You're talking to 5 people a day, and you're going to get one of those people in a presentation with us.
Okay.
That was pretty good memory, wasn't it?
Good job, Rejuvenex.
Good job. And you're multitasking because you're driving and thinking.
And keep your eyes on the road.
And my takeaway is that that's what I'm doing. I'm going to work my list. I'm going to give Susan that
same.
people. I'm going to go out and talk to people. I'm going to get on Facebook more and start talking about these amazing products and the business opportunity and all the other things that I know that can help people in other areas to make my story more than just skinny drops. And I'm going to get some new freaking customers and I'm going to get some new brand partners. And we moving back up, mother effers.
That's what we're doing.
Like, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. Like, Ken Bailey didn't answer me though. We need to know what we need to do.
Well,
Give me a
Kim
goal.
Bailey might not answer you. I think he went bear hunting.
Okay, so I need to ask Todd Rowland, what do we need to do?
Girl, you're making more money than him.
I know. I just want to.
You need to find your confidence that you're better at this. Like, you don't even need to be pulling. You can pull us in, but girl, you've got the skill.
But it's not only about skill, it's about capacity sometimes. So just look at all that we just talked about for Letty and Letty being my leader. I've got about 12 leaders I'm working with right now, at least a heavy 6. So sometimes it's literally not about capacity, but because I'm competition and because I'm analytical and because I'm strategic, I like numbers. I like for you to give me a goal. Just like I want you to give me a goal. I want to see you have 7 people in front of a presentation this week. I just need a goal. I'm a goal girl. That's when it was like, oh, how many can we get on the phone this week? And we're like, okay, we're going to get on 5. Okay, perfect. Let's go. And I would put those people in front of you. That's how you motivate me and hold me accountable. I'm a goal girl. I'm a goal girl. And I like to win with myself. I like to achieve what I think I can. So if Ken Bailey says, okay, you need to hit these lines that much and you're going to need 4 new people, you know what I mean, every week, and those 4 new people need at least 1 or 2 ultimates. Now I got numbers in my head. Now I got a strategy. Does that make sense? That's
Nine
exactly.
nine ultimates in a line. It'll
That's
optimize it every time, baby.
I know. And then it's like that daggone 2 weeks ago, I got that line 5 back optimizing, and I be damn right now it's at 2,000 points. So my ultimate strategy's got to go a little deeper than ultimate, because why am I not getting those people?
It's getting them duplicating because they're not duplicating
It's
ultimates.
it's getting them duplicating, and that's right, and that's where I have to pull you guys in a little bit, some, because see, they're also brand new and everything, and I'm still trying to feed in some of these other lines at the bottom because they've fallen off some. So it's a capacity thing, and being able to say, okay, who else can lock arms with me and help me with these people, you know what I mean, like I'm trying to do with your people, Letty. Like I need that
Well,
to
that
kind
line
of
1 is gone.
move them to the other thing. And that's the thing about it, right? It's kind of like with me, and we've even brought in, I don't know, 5 or 6 new people on that line 5 this week. So there's 5 or 6 new people to work with, where, you know, they're all, so I'm like, dang, okay, I gotta get them going. So, but yeah, I do think I work with goals really well. Goals, and it is bringing in ultimates. But God, if you miss that, getting those ultimates to bring in ultimates, you're line shit the next week, you guys.
Right.
Like, it's that simple. And that's what we are good at periods of time. We kick ass at that at times. And then when we slack off on that, just like some of what we're talking about this morning, then boom, they just kind of start falling back down. So we just got to keep them up, keep people understanding how to, you know, do the whole cycle. We're
And I mean,
calling
that's
it in. We're
any
set.
kind of sales.
It is.
Is you just got to keep stepping.
Yeah. Keep stepping. Keep stepping. All right, guys. Love y'all. All right. Let me find out. Get your plane ticket. Find out who else can come. If they can't, then just bring yourself, because it's going to be amazing.
What is it, Friday through
And
Sunday?
we'll give you a Thursday night. Thursday, it'll be 5 o'clock.
Say again. Thursday through Sunday?
Thursday. Mm-hmm.
And then Frank, I'm going to try to get Brenda on the phone with you. She's the one that's going to switch over from Herbalife to ours.
Okay.
Brick and mortar. And then I messaged Suzanne to see what time tomorrow works for the owners of that health and nutrition company.
Look how she's frozen.
I've got to get a picture of this.
Let me see. Let me see. You got to send it to me, Letty.
Are you getting your hair done? Is Amber May coming to your event?
I hope so. I don't get my hair done for a week and a half, and you guys know I get new boobies on Monday.
Uh-oh.
But I'm almost thinking of not getting planted. I'm thinking of just getting little tiny boobies lifted up and tucked in, and I'm like, I might just have little boobies. Let me see the picture. I was actually doing that to see.
Oh, I can't hear. I want to hear what she says.
She's froze again. I got to get in the shower. Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely.
But my leg one just fell apart because that was like the top, at the very top was Alana on that, and Lena or whatever the heck her name is. And when she didn't want us working with her people, she wasn't working with them. And that leg just went away.
It's so sad how that's why it's so important to try to get people plugged into the community and the Saturday trainings, because even if they fall off, and that's where if you had them plugged into a SynHype, at least they would know the IPA and the Saturday training and still feel a part even though she leaves. But it's so sad how, I mean, sometimes people even want it, but their kid gets sick or just life happens and then they lose their paycheck when they really need it. So if I can help pull in help you with any of those people or reaching out just to say, I mean, you could load them in a SendHive and just blast it all out and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm here, kind of tell your story, and I'm here to support you, or do a video message or something.
Okay. Yeah, because it's sad that that leg was so big and it just like stopped. And she's Susan's friend, so maybe Susan needs to have another talk with her.
Yeah, that would be great, because if anybody can pep her up, it's that girl.
Yeah. I'm gonna
She
text her
she
right
done
now.
left us. Where'd she go? Well, go get your shower, and hopefully I'll see you.
I don't know. I'm really nervous about my whole being able to breathe is pretty important to me.
Yeah, breathing is definitely a priority. I definitely don't want my girl sick, so you do whatever your gut tells you to do.
Okay, let me give it some thought.
Okay, love you.
Okay, thank you. Love you
If
too.
not, see you at PXP.
Okay.
Bye.